time of the day. He didn't find anything in the normal day, which is where the sun is relative to the center of the Earth. But when the Earth's position relative to the center of the galaxy was studied, he found that when you are aligned with the center of the galaxy, your ESP ability goes up by 400%. This is a mainstream scientific study. So think about this. We now have the proof, and this is what I'm going to end on. We now have the proof that galactic energy, as you see right here, he took 20 years worth of studies into ESP, 20 years. And he found that people got more psychic when the galactic energy field is hitting them. I've showed you layers of fields in the galaxy that are measurable on a superficial level by microwaves, just like near-infrared is showing up in the planets, same thing. I've showed you proof from Rosine Lallement that these galactic energy waves are in fact expanding away from the center of the galaxy as they go out. It's not proof, but it's certainly circumstantial evidence that strongly leads in that direction. I'm showing you proof that the solar system is changing, proof that the sun's heliosphere is shrinking, which suggests very strongly a galactic causation. If the galactic energy can make you more intelligent, and if all the species on the Earth are being reprogrammed in their DNA in 62 and 26 million year cycles, and if we're at the end of another 62 million year cycle right now, then let's put our hands together because we are awake and aware, and we're walking into the new age, maybe in 2012. Thank you so much. All right, I got a standing O, baby, standing O. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Okay. David, thank you. That was absolutely superb, as usual. And wish we had more time for you, actually. David Wilcock, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for staying with us all this time, being so patient. And I just want to quickly say Jordan Maxwell is selling these DVDs, I guess, or CDs of all his work outside on a table right outside the door. And that's the way you can support his work. And believe me, he needs all the support he can get. So your donations, even buying this and showing, pledging your support monetarily is very helpful. To all our witnesses, to everyone who's been on the stage today, I just want to say that most of whom have donated their time to come to Camelot and speak to you. We are going to try to reimburse them at the other end of the monetary scale here when we figure out whether or not we really did make money. I know we're clear as far as the initial deposit and all that, so you guys made that possible. So we did break even and we went beyond that. I don't know how far beyond, but it's really a wonderful thing, and thank you so much for that.
I want to ask Kerry Cassidy a question here in public. Kerry?
I'm sorry?
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, wait 1 second. Wendy from the Granada Forum has DVDs for sale over in that corner. So after we break, if you could also show your support by helping her out. She spent a lot of time and money. I want to thank Ted. Ted, what's your last name? I'm sorry? Saint Rain. Is that Illuminati? No, I'm just kidding. Ted St. Rain, a wonderful filmmaker here, and he's almost filmed every conference out there. I have to tell you, he's an amazing guy running those cameras, and thank you very much for that. I also want to thank Dan Bender, who's been running the streaming, and the internet audience for participating. And if there's so many people to thank for this conference. I want to thank, I want to thank Don Bogatz, who is our investor who made this possible. And And just a terrific amount of people that made this all possible. So thank you very much. We can't name you right here. We actually have to get out of the room right now. But,
I want to ask Kerry Cassidy my public question here. This is unrehearsed because everything we do is unrehearsed, as I think you probably know. I want to ask Kerry, is this the last Awaken Aware in LA conference, or is this the first?
Oh, that's a good question. There's no way of knowing. We have other people wanting to invite us to other cities, so we basically want to continue this kind of ground crew effort. This was our first shot at it, Project Camelot ourselves organizing something. Seemed to go very well, I have to say, and so thank you very much for all of that. And be our guests if you want to organize a conference. Apparently Europeans are doing it in 1 week. So, there's your challenge, all right?
You don't have to have 400 people in a room to have a conference. 40 people in a room is a conference. Pick up this ball and run with it. You don't have to wait for us to do something and then you will come along and sit in the audience and then we all have this kind of weekend experience. You can do this yourselves. As David said very, very eloquently, there's nothing special about him. There's nothing special about us, but we're very committed.
I am pretty amazing, though, you got to admit.
We're very committed. We're very determined. And we feel that we're here for some kind of a purpose, and we're figuring it out as we go along. We know from having talked with you privately that many of you feel the same thing. So whatever you want to do, just start it. And you never know what the future is going to hold. We encourage you to do what we have done and to spread this torch as far as wide as you possibly can do.
Okay, I want to say we're all special, and everyone has special gifts, and just find your gifts and give to the world, and we'll be an amazing, amazing race of beings, as we already are. Let's demonstrate it.
Lastly, the last thing I'd like to leave us with here is that these guys are not Illuminati agents. They're not paid by the government as disinfo. This is a grassroots effort. It has come from the blood, sweat, and tears of these two people who are very dear and loving friends of mine. And I am so honored to be here, and I'm so glad you guys invited me. And I would like to say that all of your donations out there make it possible that all the content Project Camelot gives you is free. Even the conferences are free on the internet. All the videos are free. They've never even charged for anything they've done. It's 100% reliant upon either you showing up here at a conference and paying for the conference, or even better, sending in donations so they can continue to do what they're doing. Because if you don't help them financially, and Kerry's going to go back to JPL or something, Bill's going to have to do, I don't know what he's doing. He never wants to tell anybody. But, the fact is, your donations make this possible. This is a grassroots effort, and the green energy is a very wonderful way to love them. But even more than that, thank you guys so much for continuing to stick it through the good times, the bad times. Thank you on behalf of everyone here, which will be shown by their applause.